our winners match to find out which player will be the first player to advance on to the round of 8. All right, here we go. In the 12 o'clock location in the blue, playing Terran from South America, this is Dandy.
In the bottom left, we've got the American Hope. It is Jaeyun. So we were talking about what maps we wanted to see before this started.
Yeah.
We wanted Gladiator and Quintessence because those games would have been absolutely nuts.
So stupid.
So I'm a little disappointed that we get Sylphid, but
Yeah.
this will be a map that these players have played a lot. So we should see some good games here. Now, the real question for me is how does Jaeyun play this? Because 2-hatch Muta was very popular for like the past 6 months, but I'm seeing more 3-hatch Muta play. But I think 2-hatch Muta on Sylphid is so good. So I'm really curious to see how Dandy is going to respond to this because Goliath builds have really fallen out of fashion. And if you're going to go bio, 2-hatch Muta generally, in my opinion, is very hard to stop.
Yeah, tell me about it. I don't know if you guys caught the Artosis stream of his VODs from the games in the qualifiers. And here's how they went. So Artosis went to 4 different qualifiers versus Terran players. He's doing okay. He actually had some really good games. Versus Protoss players, he was killing it. I don't think he lost to a Protoss player ever. These Zergs, man. These 2-hatch Mutas, they hit so fast. They're so good. The micro's so clean. How do you do it? I don't know. So it's been something I have not seen in a long time, a Terran versus Zerg victory against 2-hatch Mutas. And I think Jaeyun is absolutely that kind of... Every once in a while, Jaeyun will get in these like meta slave phases where he just only does like the most meta Korean builds, or he'll like Google them and practice them. I'm like, okay, but I don't know if that's what we're gonna see here, because he does tend to be hatchery man when he can get away with it.
Yeah. Now, last season, Jaeyun was very meta slave because I remember him going 2-hatch Muta quite a lot.
Yes.
So I am kind of curious if that's going to be the trend because, like I said, it's kind of... I mean, it's still in vogue, but it's not as in vogue as it was back then. But here we go. It is going to be 2-hatch Muta or 2-hatch opener at least. 210 extractor. So not the super fast gas opening, but still pretty fast.
And we're getting an extra drone in there. We're trying to squeeze as many as we can. And I mean, scouting first is always... Well, scouting, I guess technically it's second because it's not the Overlord. But we're getting in. We're seeing what's going on. And we will scout no gas. So that makes us feel okay.
And Dandy did go for 1 Marine command center. He didn't even scout the left side, I don't think. Okay, now he comes in.
Yeah.
So if it was a pool first build, he would have been in trouble. But like I said, Dandy knows how TT1 and Jaeyun play, so he's going to be able to get away with it. Now, I personally like the just nonstop Marines because I just like it more. But he's going to go 2 racks here. He's going to catch up in Marines pretty quickly. But he does have to be worried because in the early stages, if this SCV dies, gets pushed out really quickly, Jaeyun can just build like 12 links and we lose because we're going to have like 3 Marines. So he's got to be very careful if he loses his SCV.
Well, he is keeping the SCV safe, but not necessarily watching the larva. But I'm sure he'll be able to figure out, okay, well, we've got at least a little bit more lings popping out. Now, he needs to see what's coming out of here, because if we're droning, then we're okay. But like you said, if these are lings coming out, then things might be a little bit scary.
Yeah, and we see actually Jaeyun is getting speed. So
Yeah.
It's about a 50-second upgrade. It looks like it's about 20% of the way done. So this is going to be speed kicking in around 410, 415. No key buildings kick in at that point for Terran. So Dandy better have a bunker because if Jaeyun builds 12 lings, we're in trouble. But Jaeyun really doesn't do that often.
I was gonna say, yeah, the build is fast mutas, so it can be hard to make that decision because obviously, if you do commit for a lot of Zerglings and they do have a bunker, and all of a sudden you're just like, well, I can stand here outside your base, but the mutas are super slow.
Yeah, he would be in trouble. He would be pretty all in. So Jaeyun is not really a guy that all ins that much. So he
Right.
is just droning behind us. He's got his extractor coming out. This is such... Oh, okay. I thought Dandy was moving out with 4 Marines, and that would have
I
been
thought he was
so
trying to like
fun.
catch an Overlord or something somewhere, but that's not where the Overlord would be. So I'm not sure what we were doing out there, other than kind of flexing for a second. But that's 8 Marines, so I don't think this number of Zerglings has any potential. Also, he's getting a bunker anyway. just in case.
It's just 4 lings. Now the thing is Jaeyun has only shown 4 lings. Dandy still doesn't know is there more lings behind it. So he's playing defensively. Now he's got a Marine count that really is not afraid of lings at this point. So he's hitting his build perfect. Really, what I look for is at 5 minutes, do you have 12 Marines? If you do, you've nailed your build. How many does he have? He's got 12 Marines and a bunker, and his academy's done. So actually, everything is lining up amazingly for Dandy. Now behind this, Jaeyun taking a 3rd base. Now this is what I hate about 2Hatch. Is it's hard to gauge, are they all in or are they powering? And even if you know they're powering and they take a 3rd base, where's the hatchery? If this is LZ Gamer, it's on Dandy's side of the map.
Oh, of course.
And you're not scouting that. So even if Dandy moves out and Jaeyun's weak, he's got to go to the correct base to actually deny it. So really, Jaeyun's got a 3rd base up and running pretty soon. He's in a fantastic position. Is he going to go armor or weapon?
Weapons.
So probably no Guardians this game.
Yeah, okay, well, there's the scan to scout at least a little bit of the timing there. I don't think it's a big mystery. He's not going to see the eggs pop, but obviously, if you see eggs at that point, there's mutas on the way.
Yeah, first few mutas coming out, it's only 5, but with weapon coming in, Soma has been doing this quite a bit. He just stays on 2 or 3 hatch,
and you
mass
just
muta. That's all you do.
Muta.
There's a recent video of Zero controlling 2 groups of mutas.
Not 1, but 2. Dude, High8 does that for breakfast, dude. Like, have you seen Haya's Muta Wraith control? Crazy. Turns out other people can do it too.
I don't know, man. 2 groups of mutalisks, like that's something like people dream of controlling.
It takes like what, 500 APM?
It takes like 5 million APM. Now, what happened to Dandy's? Okay, it's in the main. I was wondering, I'm like, okay, I don't see it anywhere. So he's just playing defensively, and that feels dangerous versus Jaeyun because he's got his 3rd base. It's up.
Yeah, and we're still going mutas, especially when this attack hits. Turrets are not going to stand up. They will evaporate. And we're going 3 at a time on turrets, so the count will be up there, especially at the natural, but that's not going to last very long once this attack upgrade finishes.
Now, like I said, we're really looking to see what's Jaeyun's transition. We see it's just pure mutas at this point. First muta goes down. Ooh. At least he hasn't lost that many. +1 weapon's going to be kicking in pretty soon for the mutas, and I don't see a Hydra Den anywhere, so this might really just be mass
mutas. Yeah, I mean, mutas are good. They don't really fight straight up against almost anything. The Overlord can see the high turret count at the natural, but he also sees that, especially once his attack upgrade hits, there are some good avenues to hit from.
Now, those turrets really hated that muta. That one got taken out.
How did he target that? Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know. But I'm still looking. Okay, that was Hive coming. Oh, no, it's not. Hydrogen coming in. So actually, we're not going to be pure muta. I think this is the best choice because Dandy, again, he's nailing his build. Starport is started. Everything is exactly what you need to do. Refinery has started. Everything's great. Here come those mutas dealing a lot of damage to the main, though.
Yeah, they pick off one of the turrets in a very vulnerable place, force a stim out, and pick off a couple of Marines. We're about to hit Hive starting up from Jaeyun, though, so this is going to be, we're getting up to tech tree pretty quickly. Okay, we're hitting Lurkers first off the Queen's Nest.
Yeah, Hive coming in, Evolution Chamber coming in, so he's going to hit his upgrades also. He's got 3 gas, everything's great for him. Muta's still dealing a lot of damage. Even if all they do is kill turrets, that's fine.
Yeah, we still don't have +1 done for them yet, so I feel like maybe you hold off for a second, but there we go. You see +1 hit right as that volley came off? Juicy.
So many Marines dying, and this is 3 racks. So if you lose a chunk of Marines like he just did, like his bio ball is really not going to be that great. If we need to get a couple more barracks coming out, if he wants to actually get out onto the map anytime.
Some great stim timings here from Dandy to really meet the mutas head on, but keep in mind this is not mass muta, and I think Danny might be able to have figured out that, to have figured that out, by now, because they're not being reinforced. So he knows that there's a transition coming up. Maybe there's a window for him to actually get out of his base.
Well, Dandy's refinery at his natural was actually a little bit slow. Also, going double gas or going to starport when you're having to tech so fast, you actually don't have a lot of gas. And we see only 1 vessel can be supported. Irradiate can't even be upgraded just yet.
Oh yeah, that's
right.
So
actually, these mutas can still deal a lot of damage for now. He's really not under any threat of getting pushed. So Jaeyun in an amazing position, and he just constantly makes mutas, and he's just picking off depots left and right.
Yeah, I saw he wasn't making any more mutas. I didn't see like the last group, so he's still on a full control group that does have +1. He's going to take a ton of turrets to keep them from being annoying, or you push out on the map. And that is finally what Dandy's doing. What is that ball doing there? That can't do anything.
Yeah.
Mutas could just sit on top of this. Oh, look at how strong +1 is. He's going to wind up losing, I think, almost certainly this ball and the medics below it. Yeah.
Well, it looked like it was going to be really ugly for Andy, but he got 4 mutas. But the issue is that Jaeyun has such a good econ.
Total control.
He doesn't care about 4 mutas. Andy's teching hard behind it. He's got his upgrades, Ultraman.
Oh my God.
This is what he does. He always builds ultras. Now, it's not like he rushed the evolution chamber super fast, but it's not like Dandy is getting +2 weapon quickly either. So, actually is somewhat getting it pretty quickly. So, Jaeyun, he does need to be careful with his ultras, because if he's at an upgrade disadvantage, he's going to be in big time trouble. But he has whittled down the bio ball considerably. But Jaeyun, his econ is nuts, man. 3 base, full saturation. This is perfect for Zerg.
He's still on only 40 drones. I mean, I say only, even though that's okay. I just kind of would have expected a little bit more, especially if you're going ultras. He's got 3 gas, so I guess that's what you need for them. But that is not as many mutas after he lost those 4 fighting earlier. And so now that finally Dandy is pushed out on the map, he's got double irradiates. This could be scary because those ultras still don't have chitinous plating.
Yeah, also, with no defiler, I think there's only, there's 4 lurkers.
Okay, never mind.
I thought it was only 2. I was like, we can just irradiate all of them to death, so we would just die. But
why don't they take splash damage underground, I hope? They're in the same
why
hole.
don't they? Yes, you should write to David Kim about that.
Okay. He would say, well, I'm working on a different game now, so never mind. Okay, so we radiated the 1 lurker there. How many are in that stack?
There's only 2, so every lurker is so important here. Nidus is up, or pretty soon going to be up, so I think that Jaeyun will hold.
Good egg block on the ramp. It's going to delay this for quite a while. Especially with that, okay, he's got another lurker up here, so at least, okay, and 2 more coming in from the Nidus, so I think we're good. Okay, we're good. And ultras are out, and chitinous is done.
Yeah, Andy has +1 kicked in, so he's got +3 armor. Good to go. +2 has not kicked in for Terran just yet, so even upgrades basically. So as Zerg, you're feeling pretty good about that.
Yeah.
So Dandy, I don't even know if he knows that it's ultras, but if he did, he should wait.
I think he scanned the den.
He should wait about a minute to get out onto the map, and a bit of a macro slip because we got 2,000 minerals. You cannot macro slip versus ultras.
Yeah, I mean, Marines, their lifespan against ultras, especially once the defensive upgrades start kicking in, is just rough. Oh, he scourges 2 vessels, and he gets a sick flank in with the ultras coming from behind. Dandy is going to lose everything here, or at least be pushed back. We're catching reinforcements at the same time. I mean, I guess the irradiates on the ultras are good, but I mean, Jaeyun crushing it.
And now, meanwhile, what's Dandy want to do behind this? He's trying to take mid right, but really, his defense is very tiny. He's got, what, like 20 Marines, almost no medics, versus 5 ultras. Sure, they're irradiated, but these are upgraded ultras. You know that Jaeyun's got a bank, too. He's going to be building more ultras. He's starting to build more macro hatches. I'm really just waiting for him to take a 4th base.
Yeah, where is this 4th base going to be? I mean, you can always expand to the forward one, but it can be a little bit rough to hold. Let's see how many ultras he has. I guess it's 5, and most of them are almost dead. So I think his army appears pretty scary to me, but especially once 2-2 finishes for these Marines, or is it 2-1?
Yeah, once 2-2 kicks in for the Marines.
Yeah, that will be pretty good.
Yeah, Terran's army is actually very strong at this point since the ultras are so weak. We see battle cruisers coming in.
BC's on the way. I actually didn't even see the blab in his base, but also the science vessel count being replenished a little bit. Right as I say that, almost loses a vessel. Doesn't.
Yeah, good control to save those vessels. And Dandy, I don't know about this fight.
Yeah, that is a lot of bio, and this is definitely an anti-timing as that attack upgrade just finished for the bio as well. Irradiated ultras, I mean, those do deal pretty well with Lings, and actually with the Lings flooding in, these are crack upgraded, so definitely want to fall back to the 2nd Marine group. Now it's time to fight. The ultras are kind of evaporating after being softened up earlier, and this is okay for Dandy.
Yeah, now with only 4 ultras left, they can't fight this bio ball.
Yep.
So I think Dandy's actually in complete control of this game. He's up 60 supply. The fact that there's no defilers means we can't just push them back forever.
I'm on 38 drones too.
Yeah, also
so.
38 drones, so not super killer econ. Dandy's got his third up and running. He's taking a fourth base. Meanwhile, Jaeyun just now going to complete his fourth base, and he's gas starved. Ultras take up a lot of gas, and the fact that he's losing them pretty easily, I don't know if he can actually hold this next attack.
That is a lot of bio. It's like, what, 1, 2, maybe 3 control groups and BCs. He just lost all of his Scourge trying to kill those science vessels. Failed. And now, okay, we made some more. What are we doing? We're getting 1. We're getting 2. We're getting 3. Oh my god, he almost got the third one. It's out of energy, so... but that's all the Scourge. So how are we killing these guys? I mean, if they sit over that Spore colony, then yes, they will die eventually. But the Spore is now dead, and... oh boy. We're making 10 more Scourge on the way, but these Ultras dying one by one. Oh, actually, no, that one was just Messenger. Now we're sandwiching the bio against the wall, but the Ultras, they can't tank this.
Yeah, too many weakened Ultras. They just get eaten up. And now we have BC, Marine Medic, no Defilers. Sure, we don't have vessels, but we don't need vessels. These are highly upgraded Marines. They're almost through. Oh, goodbye, BC. But still, one survives.
Oh, it's going to die to the Spore. The Spore's going to pick off the last battle cruiser with the last shot. Oh my god. So Jaeyun's catching some breaks, but he doesn't have a lot of time. He also has now 36 workers after building those Spores. Ooh, this is a little bit rough.
Yeah, and Dandy has 4 bases now. He's got 8 barracks. He could build a few more, but the Ultras, they just keep bleeding out. Yeah. They're not dealing enough damage, not actually killing the bio.
No critical mass.
Yeah, there's no critical mass, and there's no support for them. It's just Ultras just running in.
What's the problem when you do this? Like, you don't have enough gas to build Defilers, so you just have to keep pumping Ultras with all your gas. And now there's 2 more BCs on the way. I think he actually has 2 out right now that are coming across the... no, yeah, there they are. Okay. So, I mean, there's more BCs, and there's a contingent of bio that's heading down to the bottom right to keep Jaeyun from getting this extra base up.
Yeah, scan going up at bottom right. So this base is dead. Meanwhile, Ultras can't save it. There's no Nidus there, so this is 100% gone. BC's in the air, and being gas starved means... we got to balance our gas. Is it Scourge or is it Ultra? If we build Ultra, we can't kill the BCs. If we build Scourge, we can't kill the Marines. So really bad position for Jaeyun. I think it's probably actually going to end here. We don't have anything to actually stop this army.
Well, we have 1 Spore Crawler and a Dream. So Spore Colony. There go the Scourge. They do hit a little bit, but yeah, there's just not enough Ultras. So much bio. Oof, Dandy is crushing it. Jaeyun, he did build a little bit more of an economy behind this, but it got totally shut down. I think he did save the bottom right base, but at the end of the day, if you lose everything in your national, you're still pretty dead. Where did our vessels go?
Yeah, we don't have any vessels. We just have BCs. BCs are taking up all of our time in the starports, but we got +3 weapon now. Meanwhile, Zerg at +2 armor, so +3 dealing so much damage. Ultras really cannot trade versus Marines when they're down armor upgrade. This BC just has free range. So many free pot shots on the Ultras.
Well, we're about to pop Scourge underneath it, so those will kill it eventually. We're scanning, we're going, we're trying to kill the lurkers, we're targeting them down. The 1 lurker survives the scan, and we'll actually be dealing with these medics in the front line pretty well. Finally able to target that down, and I think this is probably just going to be it. Once these Ultras are targeted, 1 pops, the second one falls, the 3rd Ultra will be going down, and there's so much bio coming across the map. It's going to take a lot more than 1 lurker to stop that. GG, Jaeyun taps out, and Dandy takes game number 1.
Yeah, and Dandy looked really good. He hit his build perfect. I like Jaeyun's start, though. Like, it doesn't get much better than that. I think maybe the Ultras was a bit of a misstep because they just didn't work out. If we go to Filer, maybe that works out a little better.
Well, also, like, I wouldn't have even hated seeing that be one of those mass muta games either. I felt like, especially...
yeah, after he killed that bio ball in the main, he could have just hit critical mass.
Obviously, you can't predict that, so we as the commentator, I hate it when commentators do that. They're like, well, if the pro player had just done this thing that I as a commentator know, maybe he would have won, but, you know, he didn't. Yeah, I know. Well, anyway, I actually thought that both players played super well, but Dandy seems to have this, like, inevitability attached to him. What you were saying about him not being able to miss these bio cycles, he did slip up maybe like 1 time where mass mutas might have actually been pretty good, but wasn't punished for it. From then on out, he was just killing it. So very, very exciting to see Dandy playing so well. So now it's game point. If Dandy takes one more game, he's going to be advancing on to the round of 8, and he gets to just chill out for a couple more weeks while he watches everybody else slug it out in the round of 16. So, yeah, it's going to be match point for Dandy with Jaeyun needing to come back in a big way. And we're moving on to our next map, which is Crossing Field. So Crossing Field, it's a little Heartbreak Ridgy.
Yes. Got 3 bases for free, though.
That is true. The back natural is the real characteristic that allows all kinds of shenanigans. Guarantee you, we see this map played and TT1s on it. Oh, straight to it. So the back natural can really make these games a lot more exciting, especially if you want to prey upon your opponent taking a fast base where they think it's safe. It's not. That can be pretty exciting, but I don't think Jaeyun's that type of guy.
We'll find out. I think he is, because one of the strongest aspects of Jaeyun is his multitasking. He loves to lurker drop.
Okay.
So if Dandy gets a little too greedy, he may just get slapped down by Jaeyun, especially since Ultraman didn't work out. So we may see Jaeyun go back to what he's good at, which is the lurker drop, defiler, stuff like that. So this should be a good map for that.
Certainly a good map for drop for sure. Let's get into it. It is our second game, our third best of 3. The winner of this, if Dandy wins this game, he's advancing on to the round of 8. All right, in the upper left-hand corner, in the blue from South America, playing Terran, it's Dandy.
In the bottom right, he is down 1-0. It is Jaeyun. Yeah, so Crossing Field, I'm trying to think how many times I've actually played this Terran versus Zerg. I played versus Dragon, Terran versus Protoss quite a lot.
Where does he hide the gateways?
Yeah, where does he hide the gateways? Actually, don't think I've seen or played on this map Terran versus Zerg that much. But in theory, you would think that this would be another great 2-hatch muta map. You take your Nat easily, you just play it standard, then you actually have your third gas for free at the back of your base. You don't have to worry about putting up lurkers or nothing. So even though I like drops on here, this could be mass mutaman, just simply because of how easy it is to defend all your bases.
Yeah. I think drops are great. The problem is, obviously, if you do have them scouted, it can be a little bit of a sticky wicket. Kicks would appreciate my UK is in there. But I think for Jaeyun, obviously he's okay with the 2-hatch muta. I agree. I'd love to see him stick on it, but he could also think to himself, well, 3 gas for free. What does that mean? Ultras. So I agree. They didn't work out too well. And also, how do you get ultras to deal damage on this map? I think it's much harder given the 3 bases that you can get for free.
Yeah, so we'll have to wait and see what Jaeyun decides on. Here comes the natural as expected from Jaeyun. We know he's just never going to early pull. And Dandy, what does he want to go for? Remember, last time he went 1 Marine, expand, didn't scout. He just knew. So I wonder if he will change it up at all. Is it just going to be the same exact opener? So far, not going to be 12 gas. We've already gone past that point. So I'm curious. And also, we see delayed mech sometime. And with a split map scenario, mech is kind of what you want. So we may see Dandy go split mech. Oh, what's this SCV doing? Looks like Dandy's decided he wants to take his back base first.
Okay, I'm maybe fearing a little bit of that.
Oh, 3 hatch.
Whoa!
3 hatch before pull.
Hatchery man strikes again.
He's so dirty.
I mean, look, if there's any map to do it on, it's this map. Also, the SCV has not gotten to the back natural, so it has not seen that there's an expansion there. Obviously, it's going to check Nyoken.
Well, he doesn't even need to. The pool just started.
Okay,
There's no way.
Never mind.
So,
well, either way, no punish for this at all.
No, just Zerg things.
Oh no! Here we go!
Pushed.
How dare we, as omniscient casters, question the player's ability to react to this? But the Overlord is able to see the boys being pulled. So let's see if Jaeyun can react to this. 3 hatchery, man. Ooh.
Yeah, now luckily for him, the Overlord in the center of the map has a mineral to drill on. So he can drill I don't know if this is the reaction you need for 10 SCVs and 1 Marine. Only 3 drones being pulled. I think
he's pulling more. Or no, those are lings coming out of his
No, the pool, is it? Yeah, pool just finished, so there's no drones. I think that this bunker gets up.
I think he drills on the Marine, though, right?
He didn't drill. He doesn't have sight of the minerals
Wait,
anymore.
he left it! No! He can't drill! If he was able to drill, kill that Marine, then this is a lot more doable, but not after already losing 2 drones. Finally, the lings pop, the bunker is up, the Marine gets in. Oh, child, this is...
I think this is a failure for Dandy. There's so many lings out. They should be able to focus down this bunker.
He's not repairing. Okay, finally, he starts repairing, but there's actually too many lings on the bunker. It goes down. The Marine goes down. Sure, a lot of drones have been killed, but we got 3 hatcheries.
Yeah, we got so many larvae. We can just build drone. Oh, no. He didn't click his drones correctly on the middle line. Jaeyun, you got to fix it.
Okay. No cadenza drones allowed in this game. We've got all of our drones mining. By all of our drones, I mean 8. 8 drones mining. But we'll see that skyrocket here in the near future. And Dandy's only got 13 workers back home.
Yeah, now Jaeyun did build a lot of lings, and they got scouted by the SCV. So Dandy does know that the econ is really hurting for Jaeyun at this point. So lings almost get up the ramp, but they're going to get denied.
Yeah, looked like they had high ground mischance there for a second as that SCV just man-tanked it right up in the front. But as is, there's still only like 11, 12 workers for Dandy either. I think he had 1 scouting out there. But he's up to 14 now. And we should see Jaeyun slingshot a little bit in the worker count now that he's got those 3 bases up. So I like the decision to pull the boys and go for it, but man, just couldn't get the bunker up in time. I guess he only had 1 Marine too.
Yeah. Now, as far as Dandy's build, like we've got gas and it's already past 100. So this looks like delayed mech, because I can't imagine this being an eBay. So we got a factory coming up. Now, I guess it doesn't have to be mech. This could be a delayed 111. Now, Jaeyun has no idea about this because this is not a thing. I don't think I've ever seen somebody go delayed 111. So this may catch Jaeyun completely off guard, run in with mutas, and then all of a sudden just run into vessels. That's no bueno for him.
For sure, Jaeyun does not have a lot right now. So if you are doing 111, you're kind of saying, look, I put on all this pressure, and now I'm just going to let you build infinity drones behind.
The thing about this is look at the map. It's not like the lings can come in and guess what's going on behind these 2 SCVs.
Yeah.
It's not like you just have Marines sitting at the natural. He can do this and get away with it. But we
sack an Overlord for it, I guess. But you don't have Overlord speed for sure. Oh gosh, I'm dying here. But you're right, he has no idea.
Yeah, so actually it isn't 111. It is just going to be mech follow-up because we got 2 factories coming in, waiting to see if it's armory. I mean, it has to be, right? There it is.
Yeah,
there's
I don't
armory.
think Jaeyun knows factory count, though. He keeps trying to send single lings in, but obviously you're not making enough there. Oh, boy.
This?
What are we doing?
What is this? This is Ultraman again.
I said it. 3 gas for free. You know what that means.
Fast Evo chamber, fast hive. But, mech actually eats this unless Jaeyun builds queens.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Are we going to see queens? I mean, we only see queens nest right now. So if this is 4 queens, then, maybe there's something to it. But I'm guessing we're going to see a hive straight away.
Yeah, hive has got to be instant there. Holy moly. 7-minute hive.
Ooh.
And this is after an SCV Marine pull.
Like, how fast do we really need our hive here? I mean, maybe Jaeyun kind of figured this all out ahead of time. And, we are, but pawns watching the master play his game. I don't know. It feels like Dandy is going to be okay against this, right?
Well, I don't know because he's got vultures coming out, but those don't deal any damage.
Yeah, he's going to speed first.
More than likely, he's going to go Goliath. He needs. One of the weaknesses of mech is people delayed their academy for so long. So look, no academy in production. Yeah. He has no idea this is happening. He's expecting mutas to come. Now, vultures are coming across the map, and actually, Jaeyun, okay, he's got a sunken up. So, actually, he's going to be fine.
Well. It's the semblance of SimCity as well. He scouted the vultures with the lings, so he knows to pull those back just in time. And so, actually, this won't do that much. I say, right before it does so much. Blocks the ramp, and he's out of range of the sunken there.
Yeah, but now we've got lings versus 4 vultures. They should kill everything.
Should they? By they, you mean the vultures, right?
Yes, the vulture's gonna kill everything
Oh,
here.
God.
You can't
Oh,
fight
God.
vulture with drones. So Jaeyun, okay, Ling's come out just barely in time.
Is this in time though? He's killed like 10. Okay, like 5, 6 drones. There we go. 7. Is that 8 drones?
Oh my God, he killed the entire drone line almost.
Oh my God. Okay,
But
well.
and now as Dandy, when you just see Lings coming out like this,
Wait
you're
a
thinking, like,
second.
why is there not anything else? So he may already think that this is fast hype. Now he doesn't know if this is Ultra, is this Defiler, what is it? Is it Guardian? But still, he must suspect that this guy went straight hive.
Yeah, I love the Goliath count. Obviously, this is just going to be, yeah, massive Goliaths. Well, what else is there? Do we have anything else? No.
It's just Goliath.
Just
There's
Goliath.
no starport, no vessel. Like
Yeah.
I said, Academy, only halfway done now.
Damn.
So he has actually no idea what's coming. And what does Jaeyun do? Instantly hides the
Oh,
base. That's what he
Somewhere
does.
LZ Gamer is
Yeah,
smiling.
he took a base at a normal position last game. Now it's time to take it on
Hell
Dandy's
no.
side of the map.
I love it. The down. So yeah, a lot of times Terran players will like float a building in that no man's land, and that's not going to see the hatchery. It might see the minerals when they start to be mined, but oh my God, this is. Oh, I love it. I love it. Jaeyun.
The funniest thing is if Jaeyun went Defiler Ultra just to get one Defiler.
Yeah.
Tell me how we kill it.
Well,
Do we have anything that actually hits under Dark Swarm?
you have a tank with no siege.
We
mode.
don't have siege mode. We don't have vessels. We don't have mines. We have Goliaths. We have Marines. So Jaeyun, I don't see a Defiler mount anywhere, but that would have been hilarious. Like 2 Ultras, 1 Swarm.
I
Just
can't
kill
wait to
everything.
see the fate of this hidden base. Like, it hasn't done anything. 100% will not be scanned. Probably will not be scouted.
Yeah, well, we did have a scan go off. I don't know exactly what Dandy saw.
I thought
but
it was in the main.
He's got
but
4 factories. He does have science facility done. He has double armory, so that's great for him.
yeah.
Problem is he has no map control. He doesn't have his 3rd base up yet, even though it's
Yeah, we're about
right
to have
there.
4-2 finish for ultras.
Yeah,
by the way.
ultras are so heavily upgraded at this point. It's insane. So his unit comp is crazy, and he just needs to just wait for Dandy to be in an awkward position. And because drops are so good, it can just be,
Oh yeah,
as
you're
soon
right.
as you move out, I'm dropping you every
Yeah.
time.
And what better place to drop from than, oh, by the way, a base that's making units right next to yours?
Yeah, you can just Nidus there and constantly drop from that position.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. The Nidus potential. Oh my God. Also, like, you don't have to worry about that base getting pushed because, in theory, the guy's just never going to know about it. So this is. I mean, I'm sure Danny thinks he's in an. I mean, does he think he's in an okay spot?
I think he thinks he's in an okay spot. I think he's also in an okay spot right now because Jaeyun hasn't built any like real abusive upgrade yet. And basically, what I mean is like drops or Dark Swarm. He is just, you know, getting upgrades, and Mech can deal with upgrades. They just really got to be worried about Dark Swarm, drops, Queens, and we don't see any of that just yet. So I still think Dandy's in an okay spot, but with this base or with this map being limited minerals, we cannot let Jaeyun have top middle for free. That can't happen.
Yeah, it looks like it's happening, honestly. I mean, the vultures are dying to Lynx in the middle of the map. Okay, well, one died, but at least we know where they are. They're all on red HP, so probably not going to get as much damage done as those previous vultures did.
Look how much gas Jaeyun has.
Ooh.
1,300 gas. So we're gonna have a bunch of ultras.
Yeah, he's not going to have that for long. And we're getting drops.
Are we? Yeah, we are getting drops for the Zerg as expected. Jaeyun can go back to what he's really good at. Meanwhile, Dandy's trying to harass with, I guess, a few vultures and a drop ship. There is no defense there, but I just don't really see that dealing much damage. And I really think he needs to get like he got to get something done at top middle because this base is going to mine out really quickly. Even if all he does is mine out the gas, that's what Terran wants. Is they want the gas.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Dandy is able to take a 4th base, so that's pretty nice. And let's see how this drop in the main goes, because there's not a lot there. And by not a lot, I mean absolutely nothing. We've seen 1 drone line be wiped. I think we're about to see it again.
Yeah, drones getting wiped left and right. Now, meanwhile, No, Jaeyun's not doing anything else on the map. He's just going to return to clean up this drop. So nicely done from Dandy, buying time to build up his tank count slowly. How many tanks does he have right now? He's got 7, 8 tanks, something like that. He's got a few vessels out. He's got 2-1 coming.
Does he have a few? Does he only have one?
No, he's got a lot of tanks.
No, vessels.
Oh,
I think he only has one.
He only has one vessel, but he does have +2. Oh, he doesn't have +2. It's only +1.
Oh my god, yeah, +2's just starting. How is this gonna kill 4-2 ultras?
Damn, he really missed his. He may have clicked +1 and not had the money and thought it was actually upgrading. That happens so many times. So a bit of a blunder there that hit big power spike.
Yeah, if we can check Jaeyun's base, there's a drone at the bottom mineral patch at the 12 o'clock location that is pretending to mine, but is not actually mining. There's my observation for the game. You can keep talking about the rest of the important stuff.
Yes, so drops are done.
Yeah.
Ultras, there's a lot of them.
Yeah.
And I think Jaeyun is kind of just waiting for him to move out.
Oh,
another
the
drop.
Scourge missed the drop. It's going to the back. We're just killing drones all game long here, Nyoken. Oh my god.
Yeah, but does it matter? Like, Jaeyun has such good econ. I don't think these
He's going to click on these ultras and see those upgrades. That's going to be scary.
Yeah, when you see upgrades like this, you're not feeling confident as Terran to actually move out. So I don't actually mind the drops, even though they're not dealing damage. It at least is keeping Jaeyun back.
Yeah.
It's not, he's not dropping. He's not, dark swarming the main. He's not dark swarming the entrance. So just keeping Jaeyun back is fine for now.
No.
And
sending vultures north, I don't think he knows about that hidden base at all yet.
no, he has no idea. At least Jaeyun hasn't taken bottom middle. That would be catastrophic for Dandy. So everything is fine.
Watching these vultures just run away from the vulnerable base is hilarious.
Yeah, he has no idea. +5 is going to kick in pretty soon.
Jeez.
At least +2 is going to kick in pretty soon too. +2, very key upgrade. Obviously, you need +3 once you're fighting +5, but +2 is okay. So vultures can get cleaned up again. But how many? We have so many ultras.
Jesus.
Now.
Okay.
Just so
All
many
right.
ultras.
Finally, the vultures stopped dealing catastrophic damage. Still no vision of that secret hidden base, Aru. And look at Jaeyun's gas bank. He's building extremely gas-intensive units, and he can't run out of gas fast enough. 3 defilers on the way with all the associated tech, and this is a scary game for Dandy.
One thing that is lacking from Jaeyun is there's no queens. I would have liked to see, even if you only built like 3 or 4, just start banking up that energy. But we're not banking up any energy. Now, Ultra Ling Defiler is pretty good, but once they're running into mass tanks, you're going to get in trouble. Now, here comes a huge drop with so many turrets. I don't even think anything's going to unload.
Okay, we're going to get a couple units out here, but okay, he gets 3 ultras and a Ling out. I mean, I guess this clears up the turret count. I think Jaeyun was just kind of, I don't know, he wasn't maxed or anything, so it's not like he's had to throw units away. Still, this is going to be difficult for Dandy to deal with. He's going to have to pull a bunch of units back into his main, maybe even to his back natural. And we're just killing turrets.
Yeah, not the greatest drop for Jaeyun, but he's got so much econ. He can afford to do stuff like this for a little while. It keeps Dandy back, like I said. Just now, Dandy taking his 4th
We
base.
supply blocked for a million years after we lost all those overlords, so that's a little bit rough. But our macro is going to pick back up, we promise.
Yeah, he's got 5 ultras in production, so he replaced them like they were nothing. But I'm just so surprised no queens to bank up that energy, because if you lose a fight versus mech and you don't have queens or something to fall back on to just insta-pop tanks, you're in trouble. Did he just eat an ultra, man? He just ate an ultra.
Uh-oh, we're misclicking a little bit. I mean, yeah, Jaeyun has not been pushed this game. He has not been punished for that hidden base. He's dropping again in the back of the back natural. That died instantly, so never mind.
Yeah, but it's to the point now where Dandy has a lot of tanks. We've
These
got
are
like
3-2.
These are 3-2, or pretty soon to be 3-2. So this is like 20 tanks, and it's ultras versus mass tank. That doesn't work out very well for you.
Yeah, and also there's just no way you drop that back natural. There's like 50 turrets there. So we tried, we failed. It's time to move on. Now, what are we moving on to? Okay, never mind. We're probably just moving on to more drops.
Yeah, it looks like overlords are moving across the map, but nothing in them just yet. It may be like some type of
How do we stop this? As Jaeyun,
I don't know how he actually stops it. Ultras are really not good versus mass tank. They're just not.
I guess Plague is okay, right?
Yeah,
but I think we just have to use Dark Swarm, otherwise the ultras just explode.
We need more lings. Like, you gotta have Lings like draw shots. It can't just be the tanks just shoot all the. Oh my god, this is not the angle. All the Defilers gonna go down probably before the fight even happens.
Yeah, one Dark Swarm, another one in a decent location. We might need one more than this. There it is, right on top of the tanks. The Money Dark Swarm, but the Ultras, they can't get underneath it. Now finally, filing under the Dark Swarm, but this tank line goes on for miles.
Yeah, he just killed so many. That was like 15 Ultras that he just popped like they were
nothing.
Oh my god.
Hefty bags filled with tomato sauce.
Yes. So now Dandy can get on the offensive, but he's only at 130 supply, and he knows Jaeyun has gone unhindered for the majority of the game, so he may not feel confident to move out, but he's in an okay position.
We're losing all our links to mines in the southern part. Even our ultras going down. Oh, actually, they survived. Never mind.
How did they survive? They didn't hit it. They just ate it, and it didn't kill anything.
Yum. Anyway, I think, what was it that had the consume in the Brood War beta? Something else had the consume upgrade.
Oh, I don't even want to know. That would be so broken.
Yeah, consume the mines. Nice. Anyway, we are building a ton more Zerglings. We're getting a bunch of Ultras and Defilers out. So we're trying to remax. Well, not max, but like rebuild. How many? Does he really only have one science vessel? I think he only has one science vessel, which is kind of comical. Never mind. I mean, he gets the irradiate off, but now we have no detection. We also have no lurkers or anything that needs it.
Now Dandy has a big army, but he's got to be careful because they're coming down from high ground. Here he comes.
Where's the Dark Swarm? He's got one. He needs another one. I think the Defiler died in the background. Oh no, he still has one, but it has no energy. No, it doesn't. No energy. Never mind. So
no energy, so it gets pushed back. But still, this is so many Ultras. But I don't think Dandy's actually going to move.
That is a lot of tanks. If you commit there, okay, I think he finally found the 12 o'clock base. Yeah.
Oh, there was never a Nidus set up, so he can't actually come and defend it. He's got to just go try and fight this army in the middle. I don't think he can fight this.
I mean, he needs the prerequisite Dark Swarms. He does have that high ground to set up from, and so now we're going for it. One good Dark Swarm. We have another one on the top. Looks like the answer is no, but this should be, oh yeah, there it is. Okay, so we should be able to clean up this chunk of tanks, but in the meantime, we lose that 12 o'clock base. And I mean, we are dealing quite a bit of damage here. So all those tanks are going to die.
Yeah, all the tanks die in the center, but the problem is we still got a lot of tanks at the top. Vultures are still alive. We have 40 drones now, so our econ has just been shattered again. And Jaeyun can really not afford to, constantly build these Ultras like he has been doing.
Yeah, and all the brand new bases are also all the more vulnerable ones too. So let's see if he can kill these tanks in time. There's no Dark Swarms coming up just yet. It's just Ultras, and thankfully they got on top of the tanks in the back in time. He will be able to save that 12 o'clock base.
Yeah, able to save this base for now, but I still like Dandy's position.
Oh my god, he lost that Defiler.
His econ is so much better than Jaeyun's. Now he does have to be a bit careful. He's got 9 tanks, which is quite a lot, but Dark Swarm Ultra Ling, very cost effective, and 9 is not really critical mass. So he does have to, well, I think he's about to run into mines. Because I don't think he's used Overlord in combination with his Ling Ultras yet the entire game. So hopefully he doesn't do that.
Well, I mean, congratulations to Jaeyun for holding that northern base. I think that kept him in the game, but now that it's been taken out, and even most of the drones killed at that 6 o'clock, or the other 12 o'clock base, like...
Oh no, we're not mining!
Oh no, they're not mining! Oh! Okay, there we go. Anyway. Yeah, but Dandy has at least 2 fully mining bases. Jaeyun has, like, I guess, several half bases.
Yeah, and Dandy is up 20 workers, so his econ's just crazy. Also, back base for Jaeyun, depleted gas, main depleted, third base almost depleted. Sure.
Down 60, 70 supply. We're going for it. Middle of the map. Does he catch those tanks unsieged? No, they do siege in time. So the Dark Swarms are coming up, but they're not on the tanks. Oh my god, we're not fighting another Dark Swarm. All the Ultras are dying to mines. Jaeyun just A-moved and lost everything.
Yeah. That tank line so deep from the top and bottom, and Dandy just wins.
How do you kill that?
Like I said, Ling Ultra does not trade versus Ultra. Does not trade well versus tanks.
Yeah. Wow. Dandy. Booster rockets his way 2-0. A combined 4-0, undefeated today. Clearly maybe more of a favorite than people predicted. I do think we're still following along with our Team Liquid predictions article. So good job to you guys. You figured it out. But I don't think it was rocket science to predict Dandy doing well in this group. Just obviously a player that totally deserves to be in the round of 8.
Yeah, Dandy clearly much